lot that Richter can do to deal with it, but he won't have to deal with it as Nick's friend Squidplumber steps up to deal with MuteAce's Peach, or his Palutena rather, because this is something that MuteAce has told me after the Japan trip. He said, if they play a cringe character, I'm not messing around with Peach. And this was directly after he almost lost Game 5 to a Japanese hero player. Now, I'm not sure exactly.
I mean, okay, so in fairness, how many characters in the cast do you think are cringe? Probably 50%?
That's a question for MuteAce, not me. I'm staying safe from that discussion. But I guess he thinks Richter's one of them.
And well, here we go. So far, it's just been kind of feeling each other out here in the center of the stage. No real big blows one way or the other, although that has added up to at least a little bit of a % lead for MuteAce as this opens up in Stadium.
MuteAce just maintaining that exact spacing far enough away that the whip doesn't quite reach, so is able to hold
and then able to find that diagonal angle through over the forward tilt to get the neutral air started. And
that's exactly what I was waiting for. MuteAce barely missed out on the back air, but that's definitely what Mute's been waiting for as well, is to set up for that situation at or near the ledge where they can then bear a resourceless Squidplumber, because every single time Richter goes off stage, they usually have to waste most, if not all, of their resources in order to get back to the ledge the first time, and so if you reset them once, they're going to die. But this is where Richter loves to be. It's ledge trapping you, and he comes out on top.
That ledge trap was all the way from the center Pokeball of Pokemon Stadium 2, and Squidplumber looked incredibly comfortable in that spot, swatting a goddess out of the sky with the forward smash.
The only character that can ledge trap from farther is Snake. That's where Richter works. His bread and butter on the ledge.
Snake ledge traps from the previous game in the set.
He ledge traps from Brawl, in a different era.
All right, so knocking away this Richter Belmont. He's going to re-grab the ledge. Yeah, okay, well, you're not going to get away with it for free, but...
No, almost never going to get away with a re-grab when MuteAce is just standing there. I guess Squidplumber's idea was to make Mute guess or make Mute pull the trigger early and then get away with it for free, but that doesn't work on MuteAce.
And so now this lead building up ever so slightly for Squidplumber on the back of the second stock, just kind of not allowing MuteAce to really get into his business. MuteAce wants to get over and around the whip and projectiles, but then that up B came out and answered confidently a couple of times here.
Not even up a stock, but up a little bit of percent, and you know the vibes. It may not be Sonic, but Squid is going to put up a wall of, well, punishment anytime Mute tries to get in. Mute finally has gotten in, though, and is going to turn that into more than 40%.
Oh, and I like using the projectiles there to just try and cancel out any of this fire, any of these axes. Just put out an aggressive wall, but speaking of the wall, it's all the way above Squidplumber's head.
There's just a massive bubble in all directions. It's omnidirectional surrounding Squidplumber. That is pain.
And Squid almost was able to escape back to the center of the stage, but he's stuck on his platform. And a little bit off on that dash grab as well. Now, all of a sudden, we've got the wall of pain from Richter again.
Mute's able to reversal, though, gets the nair, and sends Squidplumber out off stage, but gets a little bit over-aggressive, and that is a free trip back to ledge for Squidplumber. That's exactly what he likes to see. Mute,
ooh, what you doing?
A little bit custom, getting a little bit custom with it, and I like to see it. Sending the Holy Cross right back his way, and the Holy Fire as well. Up you go. All right. MuteAce has decided if he can't beat the projectiles, he will join the projectiles.
And it worked out pretty great for Mute. So what was looking like it could have bled out into a worse position, all of a sudden is now getting this washing machine combo going across Pokemon Stadium. Carry this Belmont wherever it may be, but somehow he ends up on the left side again and is able to reset.
And MuteAce has managed to regain the percent lead, but it's not all that much, so Squidplumber is still going to be able to just continuously play back and away from him. Puts Mute off stage again and actually tries to call out the teleport cancel the ledge. He knew that that's where Mute probably wanted to go. The Holy Fire was just a little bit too far forward, though.
And picking that back air specifically to knock away Richter and force him to re-grab the ledge.
No.
Gets a dash attack for your trouble, and the air dodge is gone. That's going to be the game.
A series of unfortunate events for Squidplumber as Mute had everything ready to go, everything called out. First and foremost, the re-grab gets punished, and then the early air dodge, but let's be honest with you, Squidplumber had to air dodge there. That was damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah,
that stock was lost long before he was forced to air dodge. It was lost as soon as Mute set up that dash attack into, what was it, back air? He got a back air on the platform instead of going for what might have been like an easier forward or something, just specifically so that the angle would be turned around and force Squid to have to re-grab the ledge.
I'll be honest, the game might have ended when Mute teleport canceled onto that platform past the down B. Because as soon as he got back on stage, as soon as he regained his footing, he was like, okay, we lived, and I'm going to make him regret it.
And when you're at this level, you got to make every punish count, right? And, whether it's Peach or Palutena, it is counting big time here for MuteAce after putting game 1 back pocket. We're going to game 2 on small battlefield. A little bit of a smaller stage, and this is Squid's pick.
Yeah, Squid's pick. Well, because here's the thing. It's a smaller stage, and that means Belmont can control almost all of it at any given time. He's got a whip, he's got a side B, and he knows how to use both. MuteAce, though, getting away from the up B that Squidplumber tried to punish their landing with, and is just going to get a double up B, or up air, rather, for it.
Now, Dashak closes the gap, and a rare reversal of tempo here for Squidplumber. Oh, and there you go. That's what you were talking about. Starting to read those teleport cancels and come up with big punishes on the platform.
And I absolutely love to see that from Squidplumber. Way too many people let Palutena get away with teleport canceling back on stage for free because they're just like, oh, she's moving a lot. What do I do? But no, Squidplumber definitely way too wise for that and almost taking the stock off the top with a dare up B. Not quite, though.
Everyone's living, but it is going to be the explosive flame that comes up with a bigger punish here as you try to land with a dare, and Palutena's waiting.
The up air killed there, but did Squidplumber have the vial in his hand that entire time? Because when he got hit by explosive flame, it detonated.
Oh, he was starting it.
No, I think he was holding one that he caught for like a solid 15 seconds. Not sure though. If he was, I was just like, I completely lost track of it. But.
Oh, me as well. But not losing track of the fact that you need to take that stock early. Actually got that up B in disadvantage, did Squidplumber to turn around the stock. So that was really smart to know that there was a gap in the opportunity for him to get a big punish.
Yeah, that's an adjustment for one reason or another that Squidplumber has made between games 1 and 2. He's up being a lot more on the stage, and he's doing it for, well, a very clear reason. It's because MuteAce is landing on him too much for his liking.
Oh, and you really don't see tether cancels from Belmont, but,
no, but
that was super sneaky.
Well, you don't see him because he doesn't get much off of him, but
because he'll die if you mess it up real easy.
If I miss this ledge dash.
Okay, now here comes the item game again from Mute. Oh, okay, it's just going to fall to the side listlessly, but it's all right. I like the idea.
You can do that? I didn't know you could do that under the stage. Mute's going to kill him for it, though.
Very, very, very dead. Yeah, that looks goofy.
I did not know that you could place the down B underneath the ledge like that. That is cool.
It would look cooler if it worked.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cooler if he didn't get reversaled and die off of it.
Oh, that up smash was almost right on the money. I can't believe Mute avoided that. That was such a great call out by Squid.
The biggest props that I can give to Squidplumber so far, after he's been playing this fantastically, but the biggest asset that he's had is calling out Mute's movement. He's done such a good job of, I know where you're going to be, and I'm going to put a massive hitbox there.
And
even with
such a slippery character like Palutena, it's still just confident call-outs. Off by pixels where it might have mattered more. Unfortunate for him in this game too, but I still like the attempts.
Trying to catch a roll in with a down smash that time around. Auto reticle hitting and explosive flame. All right, all of Mute's projectiles hitting all of Squid's projectiles, but Mute sends him deep off stage, forces an air dodge. Squidplumber gets the up B out in time, though. I thought that might have been curtains for game number 2.
Yeah, that back air just barely whiffed. That would have certainly been curtains, but instead we were back in this neutral. Oh, okay, the returning hit. Gonna buy a lot of stage here for Squid, and he'll reset up this flame.
Oh, he had the right idea again. So many times for these teleports back on stage. Squid has had the right idea, but just not quite the execution to pull it off. And that's heartbreaking for you too, is you knew what they were going to do. You knew where they were going. You knew what you needed. You just didn't quite get it. But MuteAce, once again with the tri-state twist, sends him deep and closes out the game.
Those kind of missed opportunities by pixels are the kind of thing that make me think of the Homer Simpson sleeping in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, angry meme. Because that's man, that up smash in particular for stock number 2 was the one that really comes to mind for me, where it was just the right call out, just pixels away.
Yeah, exactly.
And it would have changed the entire dynamic of the game. But
that's the thing about these absolute super tippy-top echelon players like MuteAce is if you don't capitalize on just one opportunity that they've given you, you're never going to get another one like it again.
Exactly. And so to game 3 we go. We are back to stadium, back to the larger stage. Maybe Mute was just
He's
zip-zopping a little bit around too much with those teleport cancels on the larger platform on small battlefield.
Yeah, interesting. I always find it funny that small battlefield is like smaller stage, bigger platforms, but lower platforms too. So like the dynamic is actually like very, very different from PS2, even though the platform layout is the same. So it's always very interesting to see like how specific character like game plans change when small battlefield is in the equation. We're back on PS2 though, as neither one has worked out, and Squid just seems to be more comfortable here. And there it is, finally. He connects.
Not a sweet spot on that, unfortunately.
But he hit.
It did hit, although that axe is on the money. Look at Squid go here, making money happen on this stock. You hold on for a little bit too long, but okay. That was kind of goofy looking, getting literally one hit of up air to punish and then able to footstool your way out.
I think Palutena, when auto reticle like has no target, is so funny. Why are you holding out that staff? What does she think she's doing?
She's just chilling.
It's like, you.
I'm on my way.
I'll be over there soon. Squidplumber, though, with a very significant lead to open up this game number 3. He just needs to convert this into a stock.
Is that a skid animation, just like running away from the shield? It looked super goofy.
It looks like he like dared right before he hit the ground. So I'm wondering if it was like supposed to be like a down-angled back air that turned into a dare on accident.
Gotcha. Well, regardless, he set up the shield poke exactly how I wanted with those back airs right in the corner.
Mute's shield was getting so tiny, and I was like, "Are you gonna shield poke him? Like you've set it up."
And I think that just shows what Mute needs to be getting out of the corner with that movement a little bit. But the problem is, you're maybe a little bit less confident in that movement when Squid is getting the punishes on those teleport cancels so adeptly. But okay, speaking of an adept punish, there you go.
And just like that, all the hard work from Stock 1 has completely evaporated. Squidplumber had over 130% lead. He had the stock lead, and then Mute just evaporates him after winning neutral one time. We're back to square one.
And great punish with this this back air was applied onto the shield of Squid, forcing him to press the get off of me button with the up B and then just waiting under the platform. Here comes Mute.
Squidplumber, though, starting to snap, hitting that whip. MuteAce takes a lot of damage from it, but manages to fire back with the double up air. These up airs have been coming in huge from MuteAce too, just because Richter doesn't really have a great option to deal with a character that's directly below him that's throwing out a dish train. Like, he can try to dare.
Right.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, it's going to lose straight up.
No.
And speaking of losing straight up, sneak that spike in when you do not think it's possible. Down goes Richter.
The American air dodge gets punished with an all-American spike. MuteAce closes out that stock with a swiftness, and now is on the cusp of sending Squidplumber down into losers.
Those backers are, again, just pixels away. And then, okay, you're out there.
Had me worried.
Out there throwing stuff in the wrong direction, but it's okay. You're still alive. You're still alive.
The Ghost did something. I mean, like, that's actually, he's definitely the most Ghostbuster canonically of any of the roster, as he busts up MuteAce's second stock as well. Only 12%. Still very doable, but Squidplumber has yet to close out one of these games. He's going to do any. It has to be this one.
Yeah, if your winner's bracket is on the line here, Squidplumber, and you're not going to weigh this goddess pretty well on this stock, I would say. Holding that center Pokeball for the stage control as much as you can and applying the axes, applying all the projectiles. How is Palutena going to close this gap?
He's yet to find the way to do it.
Again! These up smashes are so close.
Pixels away. Squidplumber does have a significant % advantage on MuteAce, though. And MuteAce has yet to find a way in this stock, but there it is. The first big hit from MuteAce, and he doesn't, okay.
Yeah, he got the catch.
He doesn't convert it, but yes, he does. MuteAce always converts it. He's got Squidplumber
right where you want him. How is Squid going to get out this corner now? The situation has just reversed in an instant. Oh, but
I felt like MuteAce was just, was correct, had the right guess, was ready to grab, and then just did not grab. Like something short-circuited in the execution part of the game plan. Yeah,
maybe an input was dropped or something. It just looked so weird that Palutena was standing there.
Just stood there.
Was ready for the roll and spot dodge.
Yeah, like MuteAce was spaced perfectly for roll, called out the roll, and then just didn't push any buttons. But that button, it hits pretty hard, sends Squidplumber high. One more hit from either one of these guys could be the game.
Woo! Somehow getting out of the flames and avoiding that forward tilt.
MuteAce, hand health be damned. I'm getting out of that one.
The rare up throw from Palutena, setting up actually a pretty good position here. And this should be no, it's not quite the stock. Back throw, not that
If it was on ledge, it would have been. But
yeah,
underneath the platform was just enough distance to allow Squidplumber to survive. Let's see what he does with the second chance. He needs one big hit.
Oh, I like that little crouch in the middle of there, knowing that these back airs have been angled up a lot. Just lower the profile here for Palutena. It's nice to see. That's a re-grab, and now Palutena
Another
should make
re-grab
you pay.
coming in. But okay, the cross came through with perfect timing as Squid swung back up to the ledge off the tether. So MuteAce just like could not get into position without putting himself in danger.
Oh,
and there
the
it
counter
is!
off the mark.
Squidplumber, a sigh of relief in the player cam as he takes the game, and I see Nerf as I believe the sole other MDVA rep at this event. Actually, no, Joy is here as well. But Nerf in that crowd screaming for the plumber.
Gets on the board with a very nice win. That, by the way, that was down to like a minute left on the clock.
Is that? All right. I can't believe that took that long. But yeah, I got distracted by, who is this, Ike?
That's Psychod, I believe, from Ohio.
Ah.
Coming up against Send on the other stream.
So yeah, Psychod Send going on the mainstream. BTS Smash.
I think the chanting is going on for the Melee stream because it looks like there's some kind of pop-up over there that I can't.
Yeah, I was going to be honest with you. I was literally about to say, why are people chanting for game 1 2 stocks to 2 stocks? I see.
None lost in Melee.
I see.
Okay.
Well, MuteAce's counter pick for game number 3, and we're back onto small battlefield.
Yeah, I really liked the way that Mute was moving on this stage previously, so it makes a ton of sense to be back here.
Yeah, kind of surprised that Squid didn't ban it. I'll be completely honest, but I do not know the stage list here, so probably had to ban something else.
I believe it's like the standard of the most recent majors, like
that doesn't help me at
standard. Yeah. There are stages, we use them. We pretty much only end up on these two anyway.
Yeah, like sometimes we see Town and City, sometimes we see Hollow Bastion.
And sometimes we chastise players for leaving Town and City open versus Roy.
Yeah, like if I'm playing, I say I ban FD. That's it. That's all I say. I don't care about any other stage.
That's a good way to live. Good way to live, Last. Okay, we get the poke and the reset. Love the down air, just to mix up in the middle of it. And trying to go high with the axe. However, Palutena is able to force the issue with this dash attack to take the center stage again.
Something interesting, like I feel like Squidplumber is throwing out the axe not to hit, but to be like, don't go over here for a couple seconds.
Yeah, I just need a breather.
Clear this exact spot on the stage up for like the next maybe 2 seconds. That's my choice.
And the back air to grab that particular angle. Okay, so now you're
re-grabbing.
He's re-grabbing, but he's putting the cross in that perfect position where it would stop a re-grab punish. Ooh. Is that the same auto-cancel window for the down air from Richter as like Sonic's down air?
I think it's a shorter one. I don't think that we should compare anything in Richter's kit to Sonic. Because that's just not fair to Richter.
Okay, zero suit there.
Yeah, okay,
let's
man,
go
that way. No, I think the animation is a little bit different because he has like the crouch after it. But I actually could not tell you for certain.
Well, I can certainly tell you that the stock disappeared on, I believe it was
I was looking at you.
Yeah. he certainly died. But now he's got the stage control. Squid's going to bounce off the shield, use that double jump again. Yeah,
If you know anything about William Afton, he does not stay dead.
Real shifty with the movement off of that platform. I love to see that from Richter.
Looking for this fair, but this is what we were seeing, especially in game 1, of Mute just standing right outside of the farthest range that Squidplumber can burst to at any given moment.
Again with the tether cancel, just to be able to apply the up-B hitbox on the way back up.
Rising Nair, though, continuously keeps Squidplumber on the back foot. He's off stage now. He's already jumped, but he still gets back down because MuteAce, he guesses, but he guesses wrong.
Down tilt's going to break the zone and allow Squidplumber back onto the stage, but that explosive flame sent him dangerously close to the top of the blast zone. These death by 1,000 cuts here for Squidplumber, I feel like, on the second stock were really no big combos from Palutena, but it's added up to 122.
It's been the onesies and the twosies, but when you hit 1,000 of those onesies and twosies, they eventually will bring you to 122%. Finally has an opportunity. A regrab from MuteAce should be converted, but no. Now, okay. Yes. Okay. I was like, there's no way a Richter lets somebody get away with a regrab, right?
It was close, but not quite enough.
Not quite enough. So evens up our stock count, if not our percent count. Squid's going to have to do a little bit more work if he wants the second thing to come to pass. And MuteAce, all right, put up the wall, keep him out. Does not want to fight Richter at that range.
Okay, the reflect sends like a real short angle on that
It's
axe.
just like a boing. Oh!
That would have been sick. But again, pixels away. Squid is showing some spicy stuff with this Richter Belmont. I will have to give him that.
Auto reticle ruining his day yet again. That's like kind of Palutena in a nutshell, right? Like if you're a lower mid-tier character, she has like so many moves that just like, yeah, you have this game plan, right? I don't really care, but it's a nice game plan.
Yeah, I'm just going to dash attack through your junk. I'm going to back air through your junk. I'm going to up air when I'm under you, and that's just going to do the job.
You don't have a hitbox that can contest this one, my friend.
As someone who has tried to down B with Yoshi into a Palutena up air more times than I care to admit, I've been there.
We've all been there. Even other Palus have been there. Like that's just a universal experience.
Mm-hmm. The don't be above someone law in Smash.
Yeah.
Personified.
MuteAce getting right in close with that shield out. I like the idea of just
okay.
I was gonna say I like the idea of dash shielding in that situation because you're like not really gonna get punished with much more than maybe a grab. And Belmont grabs at this percent, unless it's a back throw like right on ledge, they're not all that dangerous.
And we really
back
haven't
air
seen
is pretty
Squid,
dangerous though.
We haven't seen Squid pressure the shield with a grab a single time, if I'm not mistaken. He's just been
actually
would rather just lower the shield and then poke it with the whip.
That's the game 5 mix-up. We're waiting for it, Sturm.
We'll see if we're afforded that time.
Game 1 he started up being. Game 5 he starts grabbing. Squid is an incremental player.
Maybe we'll just remember that the Z button exists.
It's unbound right now. He's got to go into the controls and fix it before Game 5.
Coast to coast here for MuteAce, knocking away this Belmont at the moment. Chipping away with auto reticle, chipping away with every little bit of damage. Doesn't want to give up any of the burst options.
Up air. Oh, I was so certain. I was watching a lot of Chase earlier today. Chase was hitting so many people with dare up air. Bear not quite enough to close out this set. Squidplumber has one more chance.
What an impeccable recovery that was. Again, having to use every single resource, but this down tilt could be enough. But the tether cancel allows for just that very small poke of the up B under the stage.
And Mute just stood there. He was like, pick something. I will react. But Squid still gets away with it. He's trying to find some way to get back into center stage because this ledge has not been kind to him so far. This is your one chance, Squidplumber. What are you going to do with it? You're going to get caught jumping back again by Explosive Flame. And MuteAce closes it out 3-1, but not without difficulty.